YouTube faithful, happy Thanksgiving. It is Thursday. We have 3 football games to discuss today. That's right. We have 3. Historically, one of the favorite days of mine. Personally, I play DraftKings today and I enjoy it. So what I'm going to do is fly through this video. I'm hoping 10 minutes. So if you can sneak away for 10 minutes and watch this video and smash the like, I do appreciate it. If you learn anything, hit subscribe. And if you want, leave your boy a comment. Yesterday, masterclass ensued. Top to bottom. YouTube live stream, you name it, it was hitting. So hopefully you were able to make coin off yesterday's YouTube video. Me and the other YouTube faithful were able to make a pretty penny. Myself, my nuke. Jalen Williams was soaring over points until that fluke injury. It happens. It is what it is. Where is it at? I'll find it shortly, but look at this. 5 of 6 here. 5 of 6 here. Look at this hook. Scotty Barnes, they blew him out and he had 5 turnovers. Another 5 of 6. I had 4 5 of 6s yesterday, but I'm fine because the nuke, which was right here, this 4-man posted overnight, smashed. Williams was soaring, make no mistake. And you see the Thunder hat? They smashed the number 2. That's why we're number 1, because that's just how it is. We beat them without Jalen Williams and without Chet Holmgren. We are the number 1 team in the West. Cope however you need to cope, but when Chet comes back, it's over for the rest of you jabronis in the West. So the community slip went 4 of 5 because Anthony Davis blew them out. And this was our community slip right here. Brunson, Fox, Edwards, Davis, and Murray. The community tried to put Bradley Beal in there over Jamal Murray, but I scared him straight and put in Jamal Murray instead. If they would have voted for Alexander, we would have had 5 of 5, but they voted for Anthony Davis. It is what it is. Alexander soared. We move on. Make sure you're in those live streams. There will not be one today, but there will be one tomorrow. That Black Friday special for the Discord is still up, promo code Turkey. Now, with all that out of the way, let's talk about today. So we got a free square on PrizePicks, right? It doesn't matter because every other line is way too high. It just is. They're fleecing and they know it. One of my favorite would be Tua's pass completions at 22.5. Old PrizePicks moved it up to 23.5. You want to see what a wagon looks like? 29-28. And this is against the Patriots in Las Vegas. In a close game, I know the weather's going to be weathering, but still, Tua's going to throw. That's what he does. If you go over here to ParlayPlay, they have a Gibbs discount, bang, 1.77. By the way, yesterday's ParlayPlay YouTube slip hit. It was Barnes 34.5 PRA, LaMelo 38.5 points assist, and Towns 2.5 assists. Smash it. I'm giving it away on this channel. But here you go. You could see Tua Tagovailoa 22.5 pass completions. It doesn't pay a full payout anymore. They lowered it, but still 1.52x. It's better than you take a slight pay cut, 2.69. So you're leaving 0.3x of equity on the table. But if you pair it up with a 4-man, which I like, Jonnu Smith, who opened at 4.5 receptions, and PrizePicks lowered it to a 4.5 Gabi, which is insane because you could get it over here on ParlayPlay for 1.75x, which is basically a full payout, and you can get 4x for these 3 right here. If you take out Tua, you can get 3.1x for the discount in this. Now go back over here to PrizePicks, fella, and let me talk to you. You can see old Smith, Jonnu Smith, is a Gabi. Where's he at? 3.5 and 4.5. Now, it's not a true Gabi because if you pair it with any random square, it's going to pay you what? 2.25x? Well, they're giving you 3x. See, if you pair it with a random any square, they're giving you 3x. That's why I said it's not a true goblin. However, the bigger your slips get, the more it will come into play for the payouts. I do like Jonnu Smith's fantasy score. If you go look at the games, you can see the Bears-Detroit Lions is pretty much a dumpster fire. I mean, decent point total, but I'm attacking the Lions in this game. I'm probably full fade on the Bears. I don't care. They're on the road. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown is getting a touchdown today. He didn't get one last week. I think this week he bounces back now that nobody's on it. Dallas Cowboys 3.5 point spread. Dumpster total. I don't know what's going to happen in that game. I'm going to talk about someone from there. And then my favorite game, everybody's favorite game, Dolphins versus Green Bay. Close spread, decent total, late night hammer. Everybody's going to have their turkey filling, and that will be the dessert game. So this is how it goes. We got the breakfast game, we got the lunch game, and we got the dessert game, or the dinner game, if you will. I guess you could say breakfast, dinner, or lunch, dinner, and dessert. I guess you could go that way. But for DraftKings, it's crispy because if you decide to stack up this game and fade these two games, except for probably like the defenses, you could fade the early chalk and then have a elite game coming in, a game stack. That's probably my plan, to be honest. Or maybe I go with this game and just nuke it because nobody's gonna do that. I don't know. I'm undecided on that. I'll have to wait and see. No way this video is 10 minutes long. Once I get talking on this mic, it's just it ain't hitting. It's just 10 minutes ain't hitting. It ain't enough time. 10 minutes is nothing. I'm the guy that gets up in your class when it's speech day and talks for 8 years while the rest of you guys are struggling to talk for 5 minutes, getting Fs. They couldn't shut me up. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Receptions. Take a gander. 6 of 10 in his last 10 games. The man is just getting targets. Versus tight ends, they're ranked 17th. I don't care about that. They're going to pass with Tua. That's what they do. In addition to that, look at his target share. 63 targets, 18% of the target share. I hope that's 63. I don't have my glasses on right now because I'm trying to induce myself to get the surgery. Look at his reception targets. 11 targets, 8 targets, 4, 6, 6, 7, and he's a tight end. So you know these are quality, short, good, move the chain type passes. Okay, you can take his receptions at 4.5. You could take it at 3.5. You could go to his receiving yards if you want. Look at their receiving yards versus tight end. 21st. Okay, and then if you think he's going to score a touchdown, you could go right over here to his fantasy score. If he were to get a touchdown, he's soaring over 10 fantasy points. If he were to get a touchdown, that's just it. He's been a wagon. I'm riding this train till I'm forced off. That's probably my favorite play today. Second would be Tua's pass completions at 22.5, which you can get over on ParlayPlay. You can't get it on PrizePicks. And if you did want to just take the discount with him, you could get it for 2.7x. Let's see, if you place 5, you're leaving $3.10 on the table for taking it over here instead of taking it on PrizePicks. That's fine. All right, so we talked about that. Now let's talk about the next thing that I want to talk about. There's a lot of uncertainty in this Cowboys game. We got lousy quarterbacks on each side, but I think Cooper Rush could surprise us again. I'm not 100%, but maybe. CeeDee Lamb, they had his receptions at 6.5. They moved it up to 7. So now I pivoted over here, just like last week, to his Goblin at 5.5. If you take it with any random other line, it's going to give you 2.25x. I think it's most likely he lands on 6, not 8. Can he get 8 receptions? Sure. I loved him at 6.5 receptions, but once they moved it, okay, I'm going to the Goblin now. It's that simple. Unless they have it over here on ParlayPlay, which they probably do because, yep, they do. It's not a full payout, but they still have it over here. Again, if you put this as your 3-man, you are getting 4.4x. You're leaving 0.6x, so you're leaving $6 on the table as if you were to take it on PrizePicks. Now, why do I like CeeDee Lamb's receptions? Because he's kind of like not in his normal role as if he was with Dak Prescott. He's more of like a safety valve even. It's ridiculous. He gets peppered with these short 3 to 4 yard targets because they just have struggles moving the ball down the field. The matchup is not ideal. Don't think that the Giants are some slouch, because they're not. They will literally play tough defense when you least expect them to. It's just cinema. Historically, Lamb cooks the Giants, but this isn't the same team that it usually is, okay? It's just not the same team. But if you did want to take CeeDee Lamb at 59.5 receiving yards, which I don't think that's right. I think it's 68. Let me look. Yeah, he's at 70.5. I don't know where they got 59.5 from. That's his Goblin. Okay. But yeah, 59.5 would be a slam dunk if you could get that somewhere, but it's 70 is the true line. Even at 70, I don't think it's too bad, because he is CeeDee Lamb and he just has too big of an upside. He has way too high of a ceiling, but look at his receptions, okay? This is what matters to me. 12 targets, 10, 12, 17. Even with the poverty quarterback, he's still getting the bulk of the target share. He's exceeded 6.5 receptions in 5 of his last 6 games. They're passing 66% of the time because they aren't in a situation to where they can run. 118 total targets, 27% of the target share is going to CeeDee Lamb. I mean, 5.5 receptions, it just has to hit. I'm sorry. It just, look at this. Even with the poverty quarterback, 10, 8, 6, 8, 13. This is my favorite play right now on the board. It was Jonnu Smith, but the more I look at it, it's CeeDee Lamb, 5.5 reception Goblin, period. I'm going down with the ship. If he sells, he sells on Thanksgiving. An alternative Goblin would be 59.5. I know a lot of you guys, you don't understand why. Oh, why do I take Goblins? Blah, 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 blah. Because I mix them around with my normal lines. I don't care if I'm winning 2 or 3x because I'm not betting $5 $100 a slip, okay? Because it matters. If you're throwing $100 on a slip and you win $225, I'm fine with winning $125. That's more than most people make in a day working 8 hours. Wake up. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about, well, there's two more things, okay? Two more things that I want to discuss, and that is the field goals, longest field goals made. If you've been watching these YouTube videos for any amount of time, you know that these are always crispy and in the mix. And I'm going to tell you right now, you could literally just take them all, baby. This one right here is probably my favorite because it's the one that's going to be the closest game to be decided by a field goal. Next would be this one, even though it's 49.5. And then this one right here, I could see Santos hitting a field goal. It is in a dome, so it does have that going for it. But this would be my order, ranked in order. McManus, Aubrey, and Bates. This one, the Bears could literally get scripted out to a field goal doesn't help them, and the Lions rarely need to kick field goals from distance because they're just such a good team. They constantly are moving the ball, and you throw Dan Campbell into the mix, and you just never know what's going to happen. But I really, really think these two are good. You could take all three of them. They're always in play on primetime slates on a short week. We got short week. It's Thanksgiving. They're primetime games. All three of them are in the mix. It's that simple. If they all three sell, God bless them. But I will have exposure to all three of them, and I will have them in this order, okay? This is priority 1. This is priority 2, and this would be priority 3. So sprinkle those around however you want. And then we got to talk about the running game for the Lions, okay? They're 9.5-point favorites, and Montgomery has a little bit of a narrative here. So does Swift, right? They both played for each other's former teams. I think Monty at 55.5 rushing yards has to be considered. His anytime touchdown has to be considered. His rush plus receiving yards, his fantasy score, all the David Montgomery you can eat. Now, they are splitting the backfield, which is annoying. I understand that. So if you wanted to avoid that situation altogether, you would take David Montgomery, 19.5 rushing yards in the first 5 attempts. Okay, that would be my favorite for David Montgomery right now, but I love this combo too. Swift and Montgomery, absolutely, why not? They're both playing revenge games for each other's teams. They're both solid running backs. The only fly in the ointment is I don't think the Bears are going to be able to be in a situation where they're running the ball too much. However, it is worth considering. And then Jahmyr Gibbs, he's had his breakout season. He's absolutely crushing it. All the Gibbs you can eat. Anytime touchdown, 98.5 rush plus receiving yards. It's all in the mix. They are 10-point favorites. These running backs should eat. 14.5 rush attempts for Gibbs. Oh, yes. Please. Thank you. 21.5 rush yards in the first 5 attempts. I think all of these are in play. Why? Oh, Cap, which one do I take? It's dealer's choice, buddy. They're 10-point favorites on a Thanksgiving slate in a dome at home. It's dealer's choice. If it's a 10-point favorite and we know the Bears are poverty, odds are they're going to smash them. Now, can the Bears come out and upset? Sure, anything can happen. But what's most likely to happen is the Lions handle business and we see what they do when they get the lead. They run the ball. So that's where I went with the Lions, okay? I got exposure to all of the Gibbs, all of the Montgomery, and then the one thing that I think happens today is St. Brown gets his touchdown. Everybody was on him last week and he sold. Now everybody's afraid of it this week. Right here, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm pretty sure he's even juiced under. If we go to DG, you could see there's no 54.5% value today to give you plus EV. It's basically all gut calls and everything else. I will say this, Laporta, like if you wanted to go down from here, you'd be taking Laporta 37.5 receiving yards, Keenan Allen receptions, and Jahmyr Gibbs 14.5 rush attempts. In fact, I think you can lock that in right now because those are probably going to move. So Laporta, 37.5 receiving yards. I don't know why that's so low. Probably because I don't know. I don't care about the match. I don't care. That's probably hitting. Keenan Allen, breakout game last week. 5 receptions. New offensive coordinator in the mix. Sure. Give me Keenan Allen 5 receptions. He just had 9 versus the Vikings. And then Gibbs, 14.5. Where is it? I like this one anyways before I even look at the market data. Right here. These 3 are decent, okay? They're not great, but look, you're getting Pinnacle minus 138, even though that's 36.5. Keenan Allen's 4.5 everywhere else, but you do have push equity. And then you can keep going down the line. You see Caleb Williams is favored to have a good game today, which makes no sense to me. Monty's fantasy scores juiced under. Brock Wright, Luke Schoonmaker. He fed people last week, didn't he? Oh, look, Tua Tagovailoa, 23.5 pass completions, 23.5. Imagine that. Amon-Ra St. Brown's juiced under. Imagine that. But folks, it's Thanksgiving. I didn't harp on this for a reason today because it is Thanksgiving. It's time for gut calls, okay? But if you wanted to go with any of these are fine. And then Theo Johnson at 2.5 receptions, hitting. It's hitting. I think it's hitting. We got a new quarterback. They're going to need checkdowns. They're going to need safety valves. I think it's hitting. It's tough sledding with that Giants team, but I'm going for it. If he sells, he sells. It's that simple. It's Thanksgiving. You ain't going to get me mad on Thanksgiving. So that's pretty much it. Mix and match if you want to. If you want to. If you don't. Remember, Lamb's Gobby receptions is my favorite one. Short and sweet video today. Appreciate you tuning in. I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. If you want to take advantage of the Black Friday discount, it ends on Saturday. It's CaptainCrush.net gold package. Promo code is Turkey. All lowercase. People were saying the promo code didn't work. It's promo code Turkey. It's your first month's $15. Get in the mix. We crushed it yesterday. Daily live streams. Obviously not today because of the holiday or whatever. But I mean, yesterday was just green bean central. I cooked for you guys like I said I would before Thanksgiving, and that's all I got to say about that. Don't forget about ParlayPlay because they are going to have better lines most of the time. Folks, enjoy your Thanksgiving, enjoy your holidays, enjoy the games. Try not to bet too much today. Just enjoy your family, enjoy your games. Here's the salute. Good luck in all your contests, and as always, my brothers and sisters in Christ, let's crush.